Welcome to End Times Prophecy News for the 6 a.m. report, April 19th. The big news this morning, Pentagon makes decision to take action against North Korea missile launches. The Pentagon has decided to carry out tests to shoot down missile launches by North Korea. CNN reports the Pentagon will conduct two major high-stakes tests in May of its ability to shoot down missiles launched out of North Korea. The long-scheduled tests in the Pacific are part of the U.S. military's overall ballistic missile defense program, but are now at least aimed at ensuring the U.S. can defend against a threat from North Korea, U.S. defense officials said. One of the actions will involve test firing an improved Standard missile off a Navy ship, a defense official said. The upgraded missile has only been tested once before. The new version has an improved booster and warhead. That means the missile could fire at longer ranges, presumably farther from the North Korean coastline, and have a greater chance of hitting the threatening incoming missile. Nice. We get to practice. And attorney for Ivanka Trump releases statement. Says she had no involvement with trademark applications submitted by her business since resigning. The federal ethics rules do not require you to recuse from any matter concerning a foreign country just because the business that you have an ownership interest in has a trademark application pending there. Ivanka will recuse from particular matters where she had a conflict of interest or where the White House counsel determines her participation would present appearance or impartiality concerns. Praise the Lord for that. And video goes viral showing American flag falling at the mention of Hillary's name, Hildebeest. Let's watch it one more time.
Whether or not you think it's important that he actually formally join the party in order to...
Look at this.
Join the party in order to boost the party is because one of the important... Whether or not you think it's important...
Look at that.
That he actually formally joined the party in order to boost the party.
Please don't smile, Tom.
The things that joining the party would do would give you access to his very valuable email list. Hillary Clinton has turned over her email list to the DNC, but the party still does not have what it considers to be the crown jewel of the campaign, which is Bernie Sanders' list, those very valuable lists. Is Sanders going to turn over the list to you? Do you think he'll do that? And have you talked to him about it?
Well, yeah, that's a question for him. I didn't ask either Secretary Clinton or Senator Sanders about what they were going to do with their list, simply because that's a decision for them to make. And we do have the list from Secretary Clinton. And what we're doing with Senator Sanders is we've been going around the country, and today's our first visit together. We'll be in 8 states, 6 days. And I think what's most important for us to be doing right now is translating, Joy, this incredible energy out there into action. I think...
Isn't that funny? And back to the Fresno shooter. He had posted this on Facebook before killing 3. At least 3 dead after a man yelling Allahu Akbar opened fire at Catholic Charities in Fresno, California. Fresno shooter Corey Ali Muhammad posted the following memes taking terms from the Nation of Islam, Yaqub. Mega deadly heat waves striking Yaqub's grafted. What is this mega deadly heat waves? Striking Yaqub's grafted white devils and their kind. Grafted? So, Yaqub, sometimes spelled Yaqub or Yaqub, whatever, is a central figure of the Nation of Islam that needs to be eradicated from this country as well. According to the story, Yaqub was a black scientist who lived 6,600 years ago and began the creation of the white race to be a race of devils. He is said to have done this through a form of selective breeding referred to as grafting while living on the island of Patmos. Island of Patmos is where John the Apostle lived in exile to the end of his years as he wrote the book of Revelation of Jesus Christ. Interesting. Suspect killer, 3 on Fresno. Well, that's bad English. California streets and said he hates white people, police say. All 3 victims were white. Look at this one. Here he is, Corey Ali Muhammad, saying that Bannon in the White House is racist, grafted white devil, skunk of the earth. And Fresno killer labeled Steve Bannon a grafted white devil. He was also a fan of CNN, MSNBC, and the Young Turks per Facebook page. The Young Turks. Major vomit. Fresno killer liked MSNBC, CNN, BLM leader Sean King, Van Jones, the Young Turks, and numerous other leftist groups. By Paul Joseph Watson. White House statement: Prime Minister May makes unexpected phone to President Trump. What's going on, Miss May? President Trump received a telephone call from Prime Minister Theresa May of the United Kingdom regarding her plans to call a special election in June. President Trump wished the British people the best of luck in their electoral process. That's pretty much it. And look how Associated Press reported the Fresno shooting versus Fox News. Oh, well, we know Associated Press are leftist thugs. Fresno police say suspect in triple slang told them he hates white people, shouted "God is great" before killings. Fresno shooting spree, Fox News, 3 people killed by men who yelled Allahu Akbar, made Facebook posts against white people. Well, it was wrong, but God is great is the interpretation in the English from Allahu Akbar. I wouldn't say that's a huge big deal, but the liberal media told me anti-white racism doesn't exist. Wait a minute. It says posts against white people. Well, he says he hates white people in that one. Okay, so Mark Dice says, but the liberal media told me anti-white racism doesn't exist. Oh, and he said Allahu Akbar, not God is great. It's just an interpretation. God, our God is greater, or our God is great. Well, it is true. God is great is not the correct interpretation for Allahu Akbar. It's actually our God is greater is the correct interpretation. So yes, Associated Press was wrong in that as well. Former U.S. president has been hospitalized. He'd been hospitalized many times in the last year. George Herbert Walker Bush was admitted to Houston Methodist Hospital on Friday for observation due to a persistent cough that prevented him from getting proper rest. It was subsequently determined he had a mild case of pneumonia, which was treated and has been resolved. President Bush is in very good spirits and is being held for further observation while he regains his strength. Darn, he couldn't end his life and go into hell. I guess he's got a little bit longer to go. Breaking news, it's out. The FBI's source was just revealed. According to a news report, the FBI used the Russian dossier as the sole source to obtain a FISA warrant on Trump advisor Carter Page, the same dossier which the FBI was unwilling to validate its legitimacy. The same dossier which was handed over by Senator John McCain in an attempt to smear President Trump. We would know that's for sure because he's a rhino. CNN reports the FBI last year used a dossier of allegations of Russian ties to Donald Trump's campaign as part of the justification to win approval to secretly monitor a Trump associate, according to U.S. officials briefed on the investigation. The dossier has also been cited by FBI Director James Comey in some of the briefings to members of Congress in recent weeks as one of the sources of information the Bureau has used to bolster its investigation, according to U.S. officials briefed on the probe. This includes approval from the secret court that oversees the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act to monitor the communications of Carter Page. 2 of the officials said last year Page was identified by Trump campaign as an advisor on national security. Officials familiar with the process say even if the application to monitor Page included information from the dossier, it would only be after the FBI had corroborated the information through its own investigation. The officials would not say what or how much was corroborated. And that will be all for this report. Thank you for listening, and hope to see you at the 7 o'clock report. God bless you.
If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves, and pray, and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, and will forgive their